when it's cold. They'll purposely put it in the fridge. Like, these people are fucking evil. When I tell you, I can't even explain how. I get it, like, taking the privileges away and stuff, but to a certain degree. You don't have to fucking not let kids eat. And I understand, like, oh, if you do something wrong, you gotta walk a couple laps or something. But taking kids' food is not a privilege. Like, your parents are fucking spending $100,000 to send you to this place, and you're not even feeding them? But anyways, so after that whole 2 weeks of all that, like I said, not being able to shower, not being able to write my mom letters. By the way, my mom didn't receive any of those letters that I sent her about them not feeding me, how I had a UTI, how they wouldn't let me change my clothes, how I don't even know how the UTI went away. This bitch would not give me fucking medication. She would not. She refused. She swore I was lying up and down. When I never had I think I had one sick day there when my throat was sore. That's it. And I did have a sore throat from being out in the cold. And this was within that 2 weeks, and I told them, and they wouldn't even give me cough syrup, nothing. I was coughing. I was all that shit. I had a little bit of a fever. They still made me sit outside in the cold. You know when you have like that head cold and like your throat is sore and you just feel like, ugh. That's that feeling I had. And I had it for about 4 or 5 days. And this bitch wouldn't give me nothing for it. Not even a fucking cup of tea. So anyways, so 2 weeks. So after that whole 2.5 weeks of all that. Hold on, wait, let me get some water. So after that whole 2 weeks of that, right? Hold on. After that whole 2 weeks of that, me and one of the girls that were there, one of the girls, she was very attention seeking. Me and her were cool, but she was very attention seeking. And she tried to tell me, like, just for attention, like, you know, wanted to feel special. She told me that one of the male staff there was like saying how he loved to spend time with her. And she thinks she's really pretty and all that. I don't believe a word she said, right? I know she was just making this up for me to think she was cool or whatever. But anyways, so I told one of the staff, because now my ass had just been in trouble for fucking 2.5 weeks. I wanted to be able to eat. I wanted to be able to shower. I wanted to be able to take care of myself. I didn't want to fucking do all that extra shit. So I told the staff, I was like, look, blah, 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 said this, that, and the third to me. Like, I don't know how y'all want to take care of that, but just know all I did was hear it. I got in trouble. I didn't even say anything back to her, nothing. All I did was go instantly report it to staff. And I got in trouble for talking bad about a staff member. Same thing. For another week, my ass was out there in the cold. No shower, no food, none of that. Bro, these people make you fucking sleep on a hardwood plank with no pillow in a sleeping bag. Like, these people are so fucking evil. Now, meanwhile, when I was there, a murder happened. This kid who supposedly drank bleach, I don't believe he drank bleach. I just believe he was like, y'all not doing this to me. Fuck no. And he hit one of the staff members over the head with a crowbar and killed him. And there was kids so there's 2 facilities. The first facility where you go to is Roundy. You're there for about 2 weeks for your level 1 and where you start your level 2. And then you go to the barn. And so the Roundy one, it's literally like a log cabin. There's no beds, none of that. It's just these little insert things that are wood, and you sleep in a sleeping bag. You don't get no pillow, none of that. Your food, you can't have any condiments. All you drink is water and fucking powdered milk.
She says the same exact thing you just said about punishment.
Yeah, I know. So I just told y'all that, right? Now let me read you what the girl said.
In retaliation.
In what appeared to me being punished for reporting my abuse, I was required to spend extra time picking up horse manure, walking in circles around a horse corral, which is the arena, sitting in a desk facing a wall for hours, and forced to labor outside in below freezing temperatures and sleep on a wooden plank with no pillow. Am I fucking lying? These people are just so, my hatred is, like, reading this made my fucking blood boil because I can only imagine how many students this happened to.
How much an nightmares from campfire?
What?
When you smell fire.
Oh, for the Roundy thing, you were forced to sit in this little teepee thing for 3 days when you first got there, and the smell of fire, because they make you light your own fire and stuff to keep warm. You're out there from 6 a.m. to fucking 8 at night. All night, no matter if it's hot, cold, whatever it is, you're out there. You can't lay down. You can't none of that. You have to literally sit up and just look. It's literally the most. it just irks me so bad. But anyways, the smell of fire now, like if I smell like burning wood, it literally makes me like I get uncomfortable. The shit that they do to these kids, really what it is it's just these old people who live in this small country, this small little town that get to fuck with kids. They're old as fuck, they're ignorant as fuck, they're racist as fuck, they're disrespectful as fuck, they don't give a fuck about them, they don't give a fuck about nobody but themselves and their own kids. Like, it's just like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just fucking evil. And the fact that kids go here that were sexually abused, that were traumatized as children, that their parents are divorced and they have a hard time with it, like just stuff like that. And then they send them here for people to take their privileges away. Like, it's just, I'm talking about basic fucking privileges. It's not just, oh, I'm mad I got my phone taken away, I'm mad I got my TV taken. No, you're taking away food, you're taking away pillows, you're taking away fucking beds. You're taking away shoes. They take your fucking shoes. Like, you're not allowed to shave. None of that. They don't care about basic fucking hygiene here at all. It's really sad. And I think more kids need to speak out about this because the way, even, not only me, I wasn't,
That's what Paris Hilton's doing.
I don't think it was just me because it wasn't. I watched one of the girl that I told you that was there that made up that thing about that staff member. She didn't eat peas and they forced her to eat her own throw up because she was eating the peas and she was like, I really don't like peas. Like, please don't make me eat this. They're like, you have to eat everything on her plate. She was eating them and she was literally throwing them up and they were like, well, you have to finish them off the plate. Eating your own vomit. That's supposed to help kids get over trauma. Explain it. How does that help you get through trauma? How does eating your own throw up help you get through trauma? And now these fucking therapists don't give a fuck. Like I said, they're old. All they do is say, okay, well, what's going on? And then they tell you a couple things that you should do to help yourself, but they don't really talk to you. It's literally doing the bare minimum. If the state says you need to give them 2 pebbles, they're gonna find the smallest fucking pebbles to give you and tell you deal with it. And the fact that parents pay $100,000 fucking dollars, a whole fucking $1 million house payment a whole fucking $1 million fucking down payment on a house, to send your fucking kids to a place for them to get even more traumatized. No, I said people are spending $100,000, which is a payment of a whole 20% down payment on $1 million house. You could be buying a fucking another property, but instead you're choosing to help your child, which there's no problem with that. But you're spending all this money for your child to be malnourished, sleep on the floor. They don't know it. It's sad. The parents don't fucking know it. It's very fucking sad. Like, one time I was trying to get to know the staff and stuff, and they give you a packet of goals, they call it. It's like little things that you answer, stuff like that. So I was just, trying to make conversation. Just trying to make conversation with each staff, because there's different staff that come every day. So I was just trying to make conversation with each staff, like, to start the conversation, like, oh, how do you do the goals and stuff like that. So for about a week, I was just talking to staff about the goals, and this fucking cunt bitch that worked there was gonna, she called me, into her and one of the other females. I guess they had asked the staff about what I was talking to them about the whole week I was there. And they all were like, oh yeah, she was just asking about her goals and stuff, like how to do them. Not meaning, she took this as, oh, she's just trying to find an answer she likes from someone. You get what I'm saying? She's asking everybody because the person before didn't give her the right answer she wanted. So she's trying to find a nice, easier way to do this. When all it was me trying to make conversation. Like, you get what I'm saying? Mom, you get what I'm saying by that, right? I was just asking them about the goals, every staff that I met, about the goals each day, because I wanted to get to know them. It wasn't like, oh, I'm just looking for the right answer. No, I'm looking for a reason to talk to you. Like, oh, how do you do this? Da, da, da. Like, just making conversation. I had to pick up 25 fucking barrels of horse shit because I wanted to make conversation with the fucking staff. She took that as, I'm looking for I'm looking for someone to give me the answer I want. That's why I keep asking all the staff this. No. Bitch, I can't even explain how I get so furious talking about it because you're helpless. You can't call your parent. You can't email your parent. You can't talk to your parent because if you tell your parent what's going on, they read all your fucking letters. They read all your letters from the jump, whether you tell your mom, this motherfucker is touching my ass. They read all your fucking letters regardless. So I could put money on it that this young girl that was getting fucking molested there was writing her mom telling her what was happening and they weren't sending her letters out because that's how fucking ignorant they are. These people don't care about your fucking kids. Any parent who wants to send their kids a fucking Turnabout Ranch, you need to rethink your decision. You need to Google it. You need to fucking Google the place. Because anybody who wants to send their kid somewhere where a child was molested and punished for telling that she was getting molested by a staff member there, and fucking, like I said, malnourished and fucking walking around an arena till they have a fucking, what's it called, an infection. Someone, you want your kid going somewhere where someone was murdered? Was that where you want your kid to go? Like, and it's sad because parents don't fucking know. This is my whole point of this whole live. Parents don't fucking know what they're doing. I'm not mad. Stop saying I'm mad I had to clean up horse shit. I'm mad I had to clean up horse shit for trying to make conversation with someone. I could understand if I did something wrong, if I was over there talking about, oh, yeah, I do this and that when I'm home and da-da-da because you're not allowed to war story. I could understand if I was doing that, but all I was doing was trying to make conversation. And they made up their own quote-unquote of what I was doing there when it wasn't what I was doing at fucking all.
Danny, anyone who's saying that, they're just looking for attention. They make sure you clean the poor shit. The fucking parents are beating the fuck out of them in the house. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
So Dr. Phil sends these kids there because he has a connection. He has a friendship with the person who runs it. That's why it's free for him to do it. He don't gotta pay nothing. Well, as much as I know, he don't have to pay nothing, so it's easy for him. When there's places like that place that I went to in Newport where they really give a fuck about your child and they don't make them eat all their food on their plate if they don't want to. They don't fucking starve them. They don't fucking yell at them. They don't punish them. Like, you don't need to send your kids somewhere to get I understand y'all parents don't know this. I'm not talking about just everybody's parents. I'm talking about like the parents who want to send their kids to places like this. You need to do your education on these places. You need to. If your child is just not listening to you, don't fucking send them away. That's not what you do. You need to go to family therapy with your child or try to talk to your child. Your first step isn't just send them away. If your kid smokes a little bit of weed, don't send them away. Now, if you have a kid that's high off fucking methamphetamine every night, maybe you should try a rehab. But a punishment place? No. These parents think, Jimmy's not listening to me. He told me no. Time to pack up and go to Turnabout. No. Y'all need to learn how to raise your fucking kids before you send them the fuck away. That's the problem. Y'all don't want to raise them. Y'all want somebody else to fucking do it. No, I'm being serious. Of course I do. What do you... Mom, I was there with kids who their parents sent them there for finding a joint in their room. Why is your kid all the way in fucking Utah and y'all live in fucking Florida?
I got sent there for just having a joint in their room. I doubt it.
I can promise you.
I doubt it.
I can promise you that's what happened. I can promise you.
I doubt it.
I can get in touch with the girl if you want to talk to her. That it is really a problem. They're sending their kids to these places that are fucking hell.